improvement. Gary's the man on that.
Yeah, look at this. The way we started off this morning, I mean, it's 12 degrees in St. Louis this morning, and that's a big difference. You know, that's pretty impressive. That's the second coldest morning on December 5th on record, so pretty impressive here. And that's what we're going to talk about here as we focus on the big picture and the fact that our sun is up and temperatures are already rising here at this hour. What a big difference a day makes. Now, what we're noticing here is the last little bit of Arctic air that kind of settles in. I was just able to kind of get that information in for you because I want to make sure that we saw our lowest temp so far. Here's where we are right now. The fact that we've started off at 12 degrees, but look how close that Arctic air was in place for us here. As you look at the big picture, we have 12 in St. Louis, 1 below in Springfield, and look at Quincy. I mean, you're talking about temperatures that have continued to stay on the cold side throughout the area. And for the most part, even as we zoom in, you'll notice that 1 in Litchfield, it was very cold this morning. A lot of single digits in the Metro East, even in the city, but notice how it wasn't as cold here. Now, like I said, 12 degrees in St. Louis this morning was the second coldest December morning that we've had on record. Number 2, not far off from a record of about 8 degrees, so pretty impressive there. The second coldest December. Now, as far as what we're talking about this morning, 15, you know, it's a pretty significant difference here. Now, we're starting to warm up. You'll even notice in those spots where it was really cold. Now, focus on 23. That's where our wind is going to start to come up over the next several hours. You'll really see that difference here. As temps start off in the teens and 20s throughout the area, we'll start to warm up more over the next few days as current wind speeds out of the southeast. And for the most part, I do think that we're going to see that south-southwest breeze at around 10 miles an hour. You're going to see more of this here. That's where we're starting to see more of that warmer air that settles into the region. That's really important for us here moving forward because as we have sunshine, it's going to help us warm up. Are we going to be near average of about 48 degrees? Absolutely not. But it's at least above freezing, and that's a positive for us here at this hour as we have more clear sky the rest of the day. Temperatures in the single digits in some cases still, but we're starting to improve. We've got a core of that Arctic air, like I mentioned, is getting pushed out of here in favor of 20s and even 30s. That's the wind direction we have. And I know it's not some slam dunk warm up, but it's going to help us out and it's going to be warming up significantly, especially if we start out at 12. We're going to more than triple that. So that's usually a pretty impressive stat for us throughout the remainder of the day. Our next several hours, we go to about 32, 33 by 11:30, 12 o'clock. We're headed for the upper 30s this afternoon. A lot of sunshine. The other thing you'll notice is as we cloud up overnight, we don't cool down as much. Yeah, it'll probably be below freezing, but just barely and by 2 or 3 hours. That's all. Now, the big picture, I want to show you what we're seeing on Futurecast because as we start off the weekend, we're going to see more of those clouds settle in. Then we're going to transition to in between a couple of different fronts and warmer air and cooler air. So that's why I don't think we're going to warm up a ton. You'll see the direction that the clouds are coming from out of the southwest. It kind of battles with our next system that works its way in. Now, at this point, I paused this on Sunday morning. The majority of any snowfall that's in the region stays in Springfield. And for the most part, that's where the moisture is going to be. If you're to the north, that's where a good amount of snow is going to be. And if you're traveling through Chicago, keep that in mind. Minor delays, not a crazy snowstorm. But I do think that as we look closer to us, that's where we may see a rain-snow mix, especially on the back edge of that frontal system that pushes through. I will zoom this in and show you a different look at the models here and what this kind of impacts and shows you where we don't really see much. Sunday morning, it brings in a few showers on the trail edge. Our temps are still in the upper 30s. But the back edge with this, where it's a little cooler, this wants to bring a few snow showers in late Sunday. Now, will that cause any issues? Probably not, but I just want to point it out because I do think that it's very brief and it may last about an hour. You may see a few snowflakes fly the later you are out. Now, it will get colder overnight, but I'm not sure that really does much on the roads. So I just want to keep that in mind. Temps are in the upper 30s both days as we have Saturday and Sunday with 38 degrees. Now, the difference is that fact that we're looking at mostly cloudy conditions on Saturday. We are staying dry. On Sunday, light rain and snow are possible. It's just low impacts. I don't think we're going to see much from it. Majority of the day is above freezing. And then even as it transitions to a few flakes of snow, I'm not optimistic. It's too far below freezing. And also, I don't really think that we're going to get much from that. There's not a lot of moisture with this system. That's really our main story. The next 10 days, a lot of ups and downs. And that's the thing about showing you the 10-day forecast, especially this time of the year when we have these Arctic invasions of air, is that we have these ups and downs. And the downs are still trending on the backside. I had some warmer conditions Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We really backed off of it. It's actually impressive that the colder air has really settled in. We do look at the potential for a few showers and mix in with snowflakes there. But like I said, it gets to 15 overnight. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're back into the upper 40s. And then I do think there's some gradual gradual improvement into next week, and there's some still trends that it could be warmer, but for now, I do want to keep the fact that it is going to be colder as we look ahead to the next few days. And so there's a lot of ups and downs, but overall, this is still remaining a very cold December, and the fact that we had our second coldest morning on record for December 5th